Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today's video is featuring the potato chip, which you know I like to work with a lot. This is 2.5 by 4.5, but you can use any 2-to-1 ratio fabric. And I'm also using some 2.5 inches squares. Each block will contain 4 lighter or mid-tone, 4 darker, and these are the potato chips. Then we will need 5 of the darker 2.5 inch squares and 4 of the 2.5 inch squares. So again, this quantity is per block, and the information will be in the video description if you'd like to check it out there. So let's get started. So to begin with, we're going to take a series of the 2.5 inch squares, and we're going to join them together with a 1/4 inch seam, and then you're going to press to the dark side. I've gone ahead and done that, and I've got 4 sets here, and I am using scrappy fabric, so this will be a lot of mismatched ones. I'm trying to use up my stash, so I hope you are too. So next up, we're going to start assembling the block. So let me get prepared for that. You will have one of the 2.5 inch squares that is going to be used later, so you can set that aside for now. The first step we're going to do is we're going to put the light background 2.5, 4.5 to the side as well. And now that we've got these prepared in sets, what we're going to do is we're going to take one of the darker potato chips and we're just going to piece them together like that. This will form like an L shape. So don't be too particular unless you're trying to do one that's all coordinated. So I'm just going to take another one over here and then do it like that. You know what I mean. So we're going to do 4 of those. With that done, I'll just show you that I've pressed to the potato chip on the seams. That will make them lay a little bit flatter. They all should look like your L, upside down L. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 of them and we're going to add one of the light background potato chips to the right hand side with a 1/4 inch seam. And then from there, you're going to take another one of these completed units and join it like that. So you'll be making 2 of those. So let me go ahead and do that and I'll join you back here. So now that we have these 2 units made, I'll just give you a quick preview of what they look like. We're actually going to be joining these together. Before we do that, what we need to do is the bottom one, we need to make sure that we turn it around because we want all of these outside darker ones framing the inside. And what we're going to do next is take the lighter background and we're going to piece them together like this. And then a design choice you can make, I've decided to swap out the darker for a pattern because I felt the block was a little bit too dramatic. So you could either use one like that or you could use a lighter one like that. Totally up to you. It's a design choice that you can make. I'm going to go with the darker one just because I think it'll just pull it together better for what I'm going to be doing. So let me go ahead and do this, and then I've got something else to show you. And just a note about nesting seams, the center part, I've got the seams pressed towards the outside, so like that. And then on these units, I have them pressed towards the inside. So that means when we go to join these together, we should be able to nest these properly. One thing I do like to do is I do like to pin them. So let me do that and I'll join you back here. So this is the block. It measures 10 inches finished or 10.5 unfinished. And again, if you put the lighter one in the center, that's what it would look like. Or you can have it like this. I will show you what it looks like if you repeat the block to form a really neat pattern. And it actually gets even more dramatic if you set it on point by making a lot of them going out. This is going to be added to a block by block quilt that I'm working on. So I'm very happy with the scrappiness of this. Before you go away, I want to show you the bonus idea. So here is a bonus. I've actually made it at a smaller size, and these are 1.5 by 2.5. So again, they're the half ratio to this one. And these squares are 5.5 inches. So I just wanted you to see that you can size these up or down depending on how you want to use them. And with this one, I've gone ahead and I've made 6 blocks, and I want to show you how I'm going to make them into something else. So I'm going to take the 6 that I made, and again you'll see that they are scrappy, and I was trying to use up some 1.5 inch strips that somebody had given to me. I'm not going to be too picky about how I lay these out, and so this is going to be about 16 by 12, give or take a bit, when it's done. And then what I thought I'd do is I would add some cornerstones in the center like this. And I'm going to add some strips that are 1.5 by 5.5 like this. So piecing them all together. And this makes a really neat design. So you can do the same thing with the bigger blocks. But because I had all this pretty fabric I wanted to use that someone had graciously given to me and already cut, I thought it would be easy to do it this way. So isn't that pretty? Just 2 more strips to go. Like that. And then you could also use these as cornerstones in the border of a fabric, or you could have that just as a row, just like that. So I'm going to piece this all together and then I'll show you what it looks like. So here's the smaller one all done. I think I'll add a 1 inch border all the way around, and then this will finish up at a beautiful 12 by 18 inch placemat. I had made a couple extra blocks, so again, to show you, you could end up just doing it like this and making a really interesting border. And it all started with this bigger one, so don't be afraid to try different sizes, and you never know what you'll end up with. So check out the video description. I'll have the sizes of each block that you need to make this. And until next time, please like, share, and comment, because I really love to hear from you. And as always, sew safely and sew with Debee. Have a great day, and bye for now.